Hey guys, it's Tanya, and I am coming in with a quick update for my keto journey. I am at the end of 2 months. I think I'm at the tail end of week 9, and I didn't come in last week. My scale movement is really slow, so there's like no sense of me coming in every week. But last time I came in, I was 177.3, and today I was 175.7. So that's like a 1.6 pound loss in the last 2 weeks. So pretty good. I actually saw 173 point something last Saturday, but I think I might have been a little bit dehydrated, but it's kind of encouraging to see that. So 175 was basically my first goal. I had set that goal like I want to say in December or January of the year, and I just thought I'll never get there. And all this time, for like the last year, 2 years maybe, the year, so I don't know, I've been thinking if I could just get to 175 again, I would be so happy if I could just get to 175 again. Well, I'm at 175, so I'm super, super happy about that. And I feel great. I'm excited. I'm getting in my clothes and feeling great in my clothes again. So I've been doing a little more shopping lately. If you're on my Facebook or my Instagram, one of them I had posted pictures of some clothes I had tried on. I think it was on Facebook. So that's super exciting. What else? I had Phil and his girlfriend Emmy in town this week, so my food has been really good. Like sticking to the keto plan has been super easy. Like there's no desire to cheat, so it's just my biggest challenge is keeping my calories in check, making sure, because you can overeat, you can eat too many calories. So I'm still trying to keep it in between like 1,400, 1,600 calories. But macros have been on point. While Phil was in town, I did drink, had alcohol both days, but it was whiskey. So while they're calories, they're not carb calories. So I feel like I did okay with that. What else? Last time I came in, I was talking about like having like muscle weakness and being lethargic, and I thought it was my potassium, and I did up my potassium and magnesium, but what I actually figured out that it was low sodium. Everything I've listened to and all the research says that you need to up your sodium, but I kind of thought I was immune to that because I always retain water so much. But I've been off my fluid pill now for I think maybe 2.5 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. I did take it once this week just because I was feeling kind of puffy, and I monitored myself to see how I felt. But when I was feeling so lethargic, I started taking my blood pressure, and my blood pressure was getting really low, like 90 something over like 58, 59. So I started taking in extra sodium, but my blood pressure went back up to normal. So it was totally what it is. So I'm just trying to up my salt just a little bit, like not crazy. I've never been one to add salt to food, so this is definitely a foreign concept for me, but that's what I'm trying to do. And then I'm still monitoring my blood pressure, monitoring my ketones. Everything's going great. I'm still doing intermittent fasting, which that has gotten so much easier. So I was gonna do it just like maybe 3 days a week, just to, for the fun of it, but I've gotten used to it, so I'm basically doing it every day. Like if I'm not forcing myself to not eat in the morning or an early lunch, but it's just I'm not hungry, so I'm kind of just listening to my body. So I've been eating lunch usually maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll eat maybe earlier if I'm feeling hungry, but mostly it's after 2 for sure. And so that means I'm doing anywhere from like a 16-hour to 19-hour fast, depending on the last time I ate the night before. Some nights I have to eat later because my exercise classes end at 8, so I don't get home until 8:30ish, and so I might not finish eating some dinner until like 9. But if it's a night that I'm not going to the gym, I'll usually finish dinner maybe 7:30 or 8. So it just depends on what time I finish dinner and then what time I feel like eating lunch. So the intermittent fasting is going great. I definitely don't think I'm losing any muscle because I'm going to take some more pictures this weekend, but I actually took a picture this week. I've been having, like, my hair's been sticking up in the back, so I've been doing this thing where I take a picture of the back of my hair to make sure. I had like a crazy colic one day, and I was so embarrassed at work when I realized it was sticking up. But anyway, I took this picture of myself from behind, and I had no top on, no bra or anything, and I was like, wow, like my back looks a lot different than what I remember. And when John and I started this MetaShred program in April, we took some before pictures. So I did a side-by-side comparison, and there's like major changes in my arms and in my back from April to now, so 6 months. And I mean, my workouts have been pretty solid and consistent all this time. The change is definitely from the weight loss. So like in the last 2 months, I've lost about 14 pounds. It's probably went from about 189 to 175 now. So that 14-pound difference is totally noticeable. And I definitely, with my workouts, I'm upping my weights again. I'm feeling totally strong since I figured out that sodium problem. My workouts are like seriously energetic. I feel like when it comes to keto, like even when you're in ketosis, like I gotten into ketosis like within a few days of starting. That doesn't mean you're fat adapted. I think in the last 2 weeks is when I feel like my body has really become fat adapted. I'm totally using fat for fuel and not glucose, not sugar, because I can feel a difference. I feel totally energetic when I'm doing my step. I've actually increased the step that goes under, like I've stacked it up another stack higher, and I'm doing heavier weights during the sculpt class. I feel great. I'm finally feeling that energy everybody talks about, that you just have like an endless amount of energy. So that's awesome. People have been asking what I am eating, and I was going to do a full day of eating, but I just haven't had a chance to video. My schedule's been kind of out of whack this week, but I'm going to put in a bunch of pictures I've been taking pictures of my food, if I'm eating something a little bit different that isn't just like salad. So I'll put all the pictures that I have in at the end so y'all can see what I'm eating. And if you follow me on Instagram, I post most of those pictures on Instagram too. And usually if somebody asks, I'll post a recipe or how I made something. So I'm Voodoo Queen, all one word, with the E at the end, on Instagram. If you want to follow me, I'll put that information in the description below as well. And I'll probably try and do a full day of eating video sometime next week or the following week. Probably the following week, because I'm not going to come in with weekly videos unless something fantastic happens. I felt compelled today because I hit 175 and that was my first goal. So my next goal is going to be 169, just to get back into the 160s. And then that's basically it. Like, that's where I want to be, is in the 160s. So, and I'm not like in a super great rush to get there. I'd love to be there before my 5-year surgery, which is November 17th. But if I'm not, it's totally okay, because this is not a quick fix. That's one warning I want to give about keto. This is not a quick fix. This is really a way of eating. Like I said, I just got fat adapted, I feel like, after 2 months. So it's a long-term commitment. And I feel great. I like the way I'm eating. I'm liking my food choices and how I feel. So I really have no intention of changing anything anytime. So, I mean, I don't think I'll always be on 100%, because I don't think that's realistic. I mean, you're always going to have like holidays or something where you're going to eat something that has sugar in it, or some kind of carbs. But I feel like 95% of the time, at least 95% of the time, I'm going to be making ketogenic friendly choices. So that's it, guys. I hope y'all have a great week. We're having fantastic weather here in New Orleans, so I'm enjoying it. Go out and make it happen.